Today I'm going to do a follow-up video on a Miscanthus planting I planted 5 years ago. Let's go. So about 5 years ago, I thought, you know what, I want to try Miscanthus. I'd looked into it, done some research. I was looking for a wall to block off part of my field right next to my stand. So I planted, I think it was 200 rhizomes, somewhere like that, 150, 200 rhizomes. You can check out the video if you want to look into that. Spring came, after I'd planted, it shot out of the ground. It got, a couple feet tall. It was really rocking and rolling. And in good old Arkansas, we went straight into a drought. And so it pretty much didn't do much growing after the heat wave got there and no rain. So I didn't think a whole lot about it. Went into the next year, same kind of deal. The Miscanthus come up a couple feet tall. In through the spring, bam, another drought. And it was like the end of spring all the way through summer into the fall before we got rain. And I lost probably 50% of the Miscanthus planting that I had planted. And I kind of wrote it off. So year 3 came, didn't do nothing with it. It was probably 3-4 feet tall, about half of it left. And I thought, you know what, I ain't messing with it. I'll let it be. Well, year 4 came and I was working with switchgrass and I was trying to get that dialed in. And I thought, you know what, I am going to fertilize my switchgrass in the spring. I usually mow it before green up. I usually mow the switchgrass down, get that new growth, and I hit it with some just straight nitrogen, 6400. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to hit that Miscanthus too. What the heck, So right before it rained, right at the first part of green up there, boom, I hit it. Well, I come back out in a couple weeks and the stuff had shot out of the ground. I mean, just shot up. Well, so I kind of watch it. It really starts growing well. So I hit it again right there at the end of spring, had a rain coming, hit it with the straight nitrogen and the switchgrass too. Well, needless to say, the Miscanthus went nuts. Now, I only had about half of what I planted left, but that got 10, 12 feet tall and it was a wall. And I thought, holy cow, has this been what I've been missing this whole time? Has it been because I pretty much planted it in a higher spot that's well drained, not very wet, does not hold moisture, kind of gets dry in the summer, and I never fertilized it. Didn't even think about it. So we got a pretty good screen out of it last year, and I thought, all right, well, I'm going to do the same thing. Year 5, same thing. Come in here at the first part of green up, mowed it down, hit it with nitrogen, rocked on a couple rains, hit it again with nitrogen towards the latter part of spring. And guys, you got to see this. Check this out. That's what this turned into. And the thing was, all the research I'd done on Miscanthus, this is what it was capable of. But, I just assumed, since it really didn't get a fair shake with all the drought we had, to write it off. But I was able to bring it back. And don't get me wrong, there's not as much individual plants here, but you can see that's pretty amazing right there. I'm a 6'4" guy, and I can't even touch the top. I reach 8 feet, so it's every bit of 10 foot, and it has just done amazing. And I tell you, the key to it for me, now I'm in Arkansas, pretty dry, the ground is mediocre at best. Fertilizing this with nitrogen is what I think did it. Now, if you can see out here, that's my switchgrass field. And, I've got switchgrass, which I also fertilize, that is 6 feet tall plus. So if you're thinking about planting Miscanthus, it's a little bit expensive. You buy the rhizomes and you plant them in the spring. It can work. Now, good old Arkansas has droughts on the regular, and if we have a drought, it's not going to do well. But if you do get those periodic rains like we have in the last 2 years, this year has been one of the better years, this is what it can turn into. Just a straight up wall. All that for that stand right there. And all it does is keeps the deer that typically come from this area from being able to see across the field, which is what I wanted. So if you're thinking about Miscanthus, look into it for next year maybe. It might be worth it for you. And I've proven it can be done here in Arkansas. Guys, as always, thank you for watching. And as always, God bless.